Today I'm going to show you how to clean these two antique brooches with ingredients that you have in your kitchen. Now these two brooches, the one on the left is carnelian, which is a quartz based stone, and the one on the right is amethyst, another quartz based stone. It's very important to know what type of stone you've got because this is a wet method of cleaning and you don't want to put a soluble stone into water. It won't do it any good. I want to avoid using commercial jewellery cleaner because not only is it expensive, it's also not very good for the jewellery and it's even worse for the environment. The ingredients you need for this method are bicarbonate of soda, foil, hot water, a plastic container, or you could use ceramic if you wanted to, and a towel. I generally put this on a towel because it does tend to fizz and you can never really predict just how much it's going to fizz. So the first thing is pick up your foil and use it to line your container. Just pop it in the bottom like that. You then get your jewellery. Now if you've got any sense you will have warmed this jewellery. I've warmed mine so that it doesn't crack the stones when you put the hot water on. This water I've got here is not boiling. It boiled a little while ago. It's still very hot though. Put your jewellery in. Your jewellery needs to be in contact with the foil because we're going to set up a slight electric charge and a chemical reaction here. I've got a bowl of cold water ready to clean my jewellery off and to soak it off when it's finished in the mix. I've also got a fork because I like to pick it out with a fork rather than putting my fingers in. So, into your container you want about 2 tablespoons of bicarb, which is about half of this container. It's about 30 mils you need. I've actually got a 60 ml container and I've half filled it. Take your hot water and pour enough in to cover your jewellery. It will try and float on the foil, but that's not a problem. And then pick up your bicarb and just shake it in. This is the fizzy bit. And if you can hear, it's starting to fizz. You can see the jewellery has also sunk down. If I give it a poke with a fork, it will sink down even further. Now we're going to leave that in there for half an hour. And then we're going to come back and see just how much dirt that's removed from the jewellery. So we're back after half an hour and you'll probably notice that your room is a little bit smelly now. It smells a bit sulphurous. The reason for that, and the reason this works, is that the black tarnish you see on silver is made up of silver sulfide. Now both aluminium and silver love to attract sulfides, but aluminium likes it a little bit more, and if you notice you can see the foil has gone very black. Now the bicarb loosens the sulfide from the silver and allows it to be free in the water. The heat of the water just acts as a catalyst to speed this process up. So I'm going to remove my jewellery from my mixture now. Might actually have to use my fingers for this. Yep, I'm going to have to use my fingers, and I'm going to drop it straight into a bowl of water. That does enable me to pull this out and show you just how black it's gone. All of the dirt on that foil is what was on the jewellery. I'm going to give it a little rinse. Now one other thing that's really important when you're deciding to use this method to clean your jewellery is to check the setting. Now you can see on this setting, this is a bezel set stone, which means that the metal has been burred over all the way around the edge of the stone. Another good setting is a claw setting. If your jewellery has just a glued in setting, don't use this method because it will actually loosen the glue and allow the stone to fall away. Also, if your stone is backed with anything shiny, this one isn't, but if it's backed with anything shiny to make the light reflect a little better through the cut surface, also not a good method to use. It may loosen that. So I'm going to pop these onto a cloth now, just to soak the worst of the water out. Give them a little dry. and you can see how clean and shiny this is. I'm going to now transfer these onto some kitchen roll and just leave them for a little while. So a little while later, they've been sitting on the kitchen roll for a while. It's soaked out any remaining water, and the reason that's so important to do is because if you leave them wet, it will just start off the process of tarnish again. And as you can see, they're beautifully shiny. The stones are glistening again, shiny inside and out. You wouldn't be able to achieve that with any form of silver polish, and all you've used is silver foil, bicarb and hot water. Thank you for listening.